describing events. Okay, we're also going to be using past perfect. Okay, and we're also going to be talking about some other things as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how to describe events. Okay, of course, learning our vocabulary as well, and we're also going to talk about the past perfect as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay, and like I said, you guys can warm up with a partner if you want to. It's up to you, but what we're going to do is just talk about these things, ask simple questions like, where did you go on your vacation last time? Or where did you go on your last vacation? Okay, what did you see on your last vacation? And here's the important part. Okay, we want to be able to describe it. Okay, describe your experience on your last vacation. Okay, how was it? How was your flight? Okay, did you take pictures? Did you travel to different tourist attractions? You know, what did you see? And try to describe it a little bit. Okay, so here's some important vocabulary that you guys are going to need to know. Okay, so I want you guys to open up your books. Okay, get your books out, turn to page 36 in your book, and we'll go over these exercises as we usually do. So let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, here's page 36 right here. As you can see, we're at an airport. Okay, and we're using a lot of adjectives in order to explain and describe what we did on vacation last time. Hopefully you guys had a good time on your vacation. Now you should be able to get a little bit of information, this vocabulary, and know how to describe your vacation. So let's take a look at these. Okay, let's go over these real fast. So take a look at the picture. You guys know the routine. You take these words in the word box and you just simply write them into the circles, okay, where they belong. But since we're doing this online, let's go ahead and just do this together. If you take a look at number 1 here, you see this little baby here is making all sorts of noise. And believe me, as a father, I know exactly what this is. So of course, which one of these fits in the blank? Well, of course, C is going to fit in there. Okay, C will fit in here in this situation, so we got to write C in there. Okay, next one. Let me see if I can get a little C in there. Oh my goodness, that's a terrible C. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it in there. Okay, number 2, what do we see here? Look at this guy's face. Okay, this guy, ooh, he looks a little bit grumpy. So which one of these would be considered as grumpy or very, very upset? Okay, how about angry? Okay, angry right there. Might be a little bit noisy too since he's yelling, but we'll keep noisy with the baby. So we'll stick with angry for number 2. Okay, we'll write an A in there. Okay, even though he's grumpy, she still seems to be pretty happy, right? Okay, that's her job, I guess, as an employee, not of United Airlines, of course, but as an employee of an airline, you should try to maintain good spirits and always be cheerful. Okay, cheerful. So I suppose that we can write an E in here. Okay, there we go. So we got cheerful for number 3. What about number 4? Number 4 is down here. Okay, here she is. She's just sort of chilling out. Okay, nothing's problem, no problems with her. So she just seems to be relaxed. Okay, which one of these can we use? Can we use careless for that? No, she's not really careless for here. She's just sitting down and relaxing. Okay, she's waiting patiently, right? She's waiting patiently. So we'll put D down here for number 4. Okay, so number 4 is D. Okay, patient. Okay, she's waiting patiently. Okay, we got 2 more to go. Number 5 here. Number 5. Look at this guy. Oh my goodness, he dropped somebody's suitcase and everything spilled out. Okay, everything broke too. So I'm going to blame this person as well. He didn't buckle his suitcase very well. But the employee here dropped his suitcase. Okay, there's really only one more choice. Okay, we've got this one here. Okay, he's being very careless. And since the other employees saw him do it, he's probably going to lose his job. Poor guy. Hopefully he'll do better next time. Okay, last one here. Okay, number 6, this guy right here, he's running. Okay, he's trying to catch his flight. Hopefully he'll get it. Okay, so he's in quite a hurry there. He's in a hurry. So there we go. There we've got our vocabulary for our first part here. Okay, but of course, as usual, we've always got some others. Okay, we got other vocabulary as well. So let's go ahead and check this out. If we have vocabulary, we want to try to learn as much as we can. But of course, we are going to need to use this and make adverbs out of these as well. So not only are we using adjectives, okay, like what we have here, 형용사, but we're also trying to turn these adjectives into adverbs, busa. Okay, and it's just a simple a matter of taking these and changing them into an adverb. So look up these pairs of words, and you can have a couple minutes to do this on your own, but I'm sure you guys know how to do this. Okay, so if you take amazing, the adjective amazing, you can just turn it into amazingly. Okay, amazingly. Okay, just with an ly at the end there, with the ly. Okay, these right here, okay, with the y's at the end, okay, you can see that we just don't simply add ly to the end. We have to change the y to an I, and then we add ly there. Okay, so if you just take a look at these answers here real fast, you can see that, okay, some of them you just simply add an ly to them, usually the ones with a consonant. Okay, but you'll see that the ones with the y, okay, you just add the I, and then you add ly to those. Okay, so as usual, pretty easy cheesy, right? So make sure that you guys know those vocabulary words, and here they are. It looks like it's a lot, but really it's not. You just simply take these adjectives and you turn them into adverbs. Bada bing, bada boom, you got it going on. Okay, so there you go with that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, here's a little exercise practice that you guys could do with a partner if you want to. If you want to just practice your English a little bit. Okay, we'll use this vacation by email exercise here. And again, you guys can do this, but this is the exercise right here. You would just get with a partner, and you and a partner would work together, and you would simply take the words from this box down here and you would put them in the blank here. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over these, and you can stop and pause it if you want to try it on your own first, but I'm going to go over right now. So let's take a look at this. Okay, email number 1 here. Okay, email number 1, we got it from Marcus. Okay, who's sending an email to Jane. I guess he's in Hawaii. Lucky person there. Hello from Hawaii. It's really amazing to finally be here. I was worried about getting to the hotel from the airport, but we were able to do it. What do you think goes in there? Able to do it? Don't think that there could be just one answer, because there's not. Okay, an answer that would go here, we were able to do it easily, okay, or we were able to do it quickly. Okay, something that has a positive meaning. Okay, easily or quickly would probably be good there. Happily and luckily, those would fit there as well, but I would suggest using one of these because these sound a little bit better. Okay, the trip has gone very, what do we need to use here? Well, we need to use an adverb. Do we use good here? Gone very good? No, we're going to need to use an adverb, so we would put well in there. Okay, well, the trip has gone very well so far, except that, what we put in here, lost our luggage. Sounds like there's going to be something negative there. Negative. Okay, negative might be unfortunately. Okay, unfortunately. Okay, they were happy at first, everything was okay, but then unfortunately the airline lost their luggage. So everything was good, then it changed, unfortunately. But we weren't blah 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 because blah blah blah. We weren't what? What weren't they? We weren't probably angry because, now we're looking for a good one. Okay, a positive meaning. But we weren't angry because, what can we put there? Well, they brought it to our hotel the next day, so that's a good thing, right? It's good. Okay, that's a positive thing. So maybe and luckily would fit well in that situation there. Okay, luckily, because luckily they brought it to our hotel the next day. Hawaii is beautiful. I hope our time on vacation doesn't pass too quickly. Quickly. Okay, quickly could go there. Okay, but I'll be blah 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 to be back home next week to see you. But I'll be, and this is a good thing, okay, happy. Okay, I'll be happy to be back home next week to see you. Okay? So again, you can have all different sorts of answers in here. Some of them fit better than others, but don't just think that there would be one answer. So hello from Hawaii. It's really amazing to finally be here. I was worried about getting to the hotel from the airport, but we were able to do it easily. The trip has gone very well so far, except that, unfortunately, the airline lost our luggage. But we weren't angry because, luckily, they brought it to our hotel the next day. Hawaii is beautiful. I hope our time on vacation doesn't pass too quickly. But I'll be happy to be back home next week to see you. Okay, there you go. Okay, there's exercise 1. Okay, let's jump into the email from Yumiko to Amy. Okay, greetings from cold, wet Rome. Okay, we're in Rome. Oh my goodness, and it's rainy. So let's check this out. Hi from Rome, Amy. I've been in the hotel for 3 days now because all of this rain. Hopefully the weather will get better soon. The weather isn't the only problem. I can't speak Italian and Rome is difficult to navigate. So I get lost. What do you think goes in here? So I get lost. She can't speak Italian. It's difficult to navigate. She's probably easy to get lost, right? So I get lost easily. Okay, easily. I almost even missed a train. And the taxi drivers here are crazy. They drive so blah blah blah. Okay, they drive so. If they're acting crazy, oh my goodness, it's probably like Korea. Oh, no offense to Koreans. Okay, but they probably drive dangerously. They drive so dangerously. That was really blah 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 to me because in Japan, okay, looks like we've got an opposite effect here. That was really surprising. Okay, really surprising to me because in Japan, taxi drivers drive, what do you think? Slowly. They drive slowly. Okay, Rome is a beautiful city, but there are so many people and cars here. It's very blah 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 all the time, even at night. Okay, Rome is a beautiful city, but we're looking for an opposite, something bad. It's got a negative effect. It's very noisy at night. Okay, very noisy. Okay. I've had some blah 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 experiences here, but I'm still happy to be here. Okay, still happy to be here, but had some bad things happen before. Right? I've had some unfortunate experiences here, but I'm still happy to be here. See you, Yumiko. Okay, so there we go. We've got our adjectives and our adverbs here. Okay, let's double check it again. Hi from Rome, Amy. I've been in the hotel for 3 days now because of all this rain. Hopefully the weather will get better soon. The weather isn't the only problem. I can't speak Italian and Rome is difficult to navigate, so I get lost easily. I almost even missed a train. And the taxi drivers here are crazy. They drive so dangerously. That was really surprising to me because in Japan, taxi drivers drive slowly. Rome is a beautiful city, but there are so many people and cars here. It's very noisy all the time, even at night. I've had some unfortunate experiences here, but I'm still happy to be here. Okay, there you go. So those are your answers, and that is the exercise. In case you want to do it on your own, I would suggest pausing before we did that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, let's jump into some adverbial phrases. Okay, adverbial phrases. Okay, we'll check these out. Let's look at this PPT. If you want to follow along, it's on page 38 in your book as well. Okay, so you can follow along with that. Okay, but we're going to take a look at this PPT real fast. Okay, we're going to talk about adverbial clauses, adverbial phrases. Okay, they call them adverbial clauses, but they're really adverb clauses. Okay, still got the same kind of idea. We have two clauses, by the time and until. And these types of clauses, they can go at the beginning of the sentence, or they could go at the end or somewhere in the middle as well. Okay, so what we do with these adverbial clauses is we'll use by the time or until, and they can be used to show relationships with time, okay, between two past events that happened in the past. So here's a time that we use it at the beginning. By the time we called, all the hotel rooms had been filled. Okay, so what happened first? Okay, did we call first or did the hotel rooms fill up first? Okay, I had never seen a kangaroo until I visited Australia. Okay, so what happened first? Did they visit Australia first and see a kangaroo, or did they see a kangaroo before they went to Australia? Well, let's look at it a little bit closer here. Okay, these clauses, they can go before or after the main clause of the sentence. By the time we called, okay, here's the main clause. Okay, sometimes these adverbial clauses, they can go at the beginning, before the main clause, or they can go after. Okay, all the hotel rooms had been filled by the time we called. Okay, so you'll see that they can go at the beginning of the main clause, before the main clause, or after the main clause here. The main clause being all the hotel rooms had been filled. Okay, so let's look at it a little bit closer here. Oh, go away, you crazy thing. Alright, so these clauses, by the time, we want to show what event occurs before another one. Okay, that's what we do with this one here, by the time. So this shows that an event has occurred before another event begins. Okay, let's jump back to this one here. By the time we called, all the hotel rooms had been filled. Okay, the hotel rooms were filled first. Okay, that happened first, and then later on we called. So by the time we called, by this time, unfortunately the hotel rooms had been filled already. So this happens before, this happens here. Okay, these also are used with until to show a continuous event, or a condition stops when another one begins. Okay, they're not necessarily like what we have here. By the time something occurs first and then something occurs later. Okay, I had never seen a kangaroo until I visited Australia. Well, in this situation here, this person visited Australia first, and that's where they saw the kangaroo. Okay, they saw the kangaroo there. So these adverbial clauses, by the time and until, they show certain time relationships. Okay, complete the sentences with by the time or until. Okay, usually at the beginning of a sentence we'll have by the time here. Okay, so also we've got two different situations. Okay, by the time the firefighters arrived, the house had burned down. Or number two, they had never heard of the band. Well, it's not at the beginning. Okay, so we'll use until in that situation. They had never heard of the band until they went to the concert. Okay, next one, number three. The test had already finished, blah, 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 she got to school. Okay, so something happened first in this situation here. Something happened first. So, since we do have an event happening before another event, by the time. Okay, the test had already finished by the time she got to school. And last one here, number four. He had hoped to be a professional soccer player, blah, 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 he broke his leg. Okay, until he broke his leg. Until he broke his leg. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's your adverbial clauses. Okay, and if you want to jump to the exercise here on page 38, okay, you can do that right now. Okay, on page 38 you have another exercise here that we can use, okay, to help you get a little better understanding of one, the past perfect, and two, those adverbial clauses that we just used. Okay, so you go ahead and you can jump in there and you can do that. Okay, and I'll go ahead and go over this one right here now. So complete the sentences, use the simple past or the past perfect. Simple past, something that usually ends in ed. Okay, it's simple. And the past perfect is basically the same as the present perfect, except this time your had is going to be past tense this time. Okay, it's going to be past tense. So by the time he arrived, there's our by the time he arrived at the airport, his plane had left. Okay, had left. Okay, number two, they blah blah blah, we want to use sell, all the tickets before blah 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 able to buy them. Okay, this time it looks like we're going to switch them a little bit. Okay, they had sold all the tickets before we were able. We're going to use the past. Were able. Okay, were able to buy any. Okay, so they had sold all the tickets before we were able to buy any. Okay, next one, number 3. I blah blah blah, not be, okay, not be abroad before. So I blah blah blah, what to expect. Okay, again we're going to use the past perfect first, and then we're going to use the simple past here. Okay, I had not been abroad before, so I didn't know what to expect. Okay, I didn't know what to expect. Okay, number 4. She blah 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 not know what to do after she blah 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 her passport. Okay, so this happens first this time. Okay, so we're going to use this as the past perfect. So she didn't know what to do. She did not know what to do after she had lost her passport. Okay, number 5. Until they blah 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 to Europe, they blah 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 never stay in a hostel. Okay, hostel. Okay, until they, what do you think goes in here? Until they traveled, we're going to use the simple past here. Until they traveled to Europe, until they traveled to Europe. Up here you might want to need to see a hint up there as well. Look at these boxes. These boxers are really good. Okay, until they traveled to Europe, they had never stayed, had never stayed in a hostel. Okay, last one. I blah 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 not be to the beach until, oh, we got until there, until. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got I, what do you think goes here? To the beach until I, well, we're going to have to use the past perfect in this one here. I had not been to the beach until I went, until I went last year. Okay, so there you go. Those are your answers for exercise 1 on page 38 for your past perfect. Okay, bring it up there. Come on now. Slow machine. Okay, so that's it. If you guys have any questions about the past perfect or unit 6, you guys can feel free to send a Kakao Talk message, okay? Alright, so maybe I can get this up there before this thing pops up. Alright, well, it doesn't look like it's going to be too nice to me today. So there you go. Okay, that's our exercise. Alright, so basically that's it. Okay, for unit 6, and we're not going to really have time to do this, or you guys could take your own time to do this exercise with some friends if you want to, but I would suggest we're probably not going to do that. And here it looks something like this. Same old routine that we always do, find a couple of students and have some conversations with, but we're not going to go over this. So make sure that you guys go over our unit 6 material. Okay, go over what we talked about. Okay, on page 36. Okay, the vocabulary, very important. Also, please study this page here. And there we go. Now we finally got the answers popped up. Okay, go ahead and check out this exercise here on page 38, and that should give you enough to do well on your test. Okay, so there you go, everybody. That's unit 6. Make sure that you guys stay positive. Good luck on your exams if you have any more. Okay, good luck on your English exam, and I will see you guys next time. Adios, amigos.